Greetings, Tetris citizens. It's your old pal Van Willer back with more classic Tetris Monthly DAS Masters for January 2026. And what we've got for you right now is a bracket, a preliminary bracket consisting of 2 matches. And in those matches are some players who play Tetris with the DAS play style. Round 1, Saltedsofa and Storm. It's a Salted Storm. They'll be playing in round 1, and the winner of that will take on Cobra, who qualified in to the top 16 in qualifying, which is pretty good, you know, for a rolling player to play DAS pretty well. Not too bad. Now, all this is going to eventually feed into a match against the #1 seed in the tournament, Pixel Andy. So it's always tough to land in this orange bracket because most of the time, yeah, Pixel Andy is going to be there. Interesting month in quals today. Pixel Andy set the DAS qualifying world record with a 1.21 million, and poor Bendy also got a 1.2 million, but you know, that's just good for second. So I don't know. We'll see how this all turns out, but pretty fun month. Well, yeah, anyway, Sofa versus Storm, winner versus Cobra. Let's take a look at the rules. The rules say that this is a 32-player single elimination flat bracket tournament based on the 1989 version of Tetris released by Nintendo for the Nintendo Entertainment System. On NTSC console, players can play on an emulator or console so long as the game mechanics, experience, and statistics are unmodified. They can use any controller so long as there's no big buttons or turbo functions used, whether electronic or mechanical or even biological. No biological turbo because this is a DAS tournament. So players should make sure to heed the spirit of DAS. Actually play DAS, the press and hold play style. You're not slow tapping your whole way through. You are actually pressing and holding. You can slow tap your way in the middle of the board, no problem. Add a quick tap at the end of a DAS movement. That is okay. That's all within the spirit of DAS. Level 18 starts all the way through. Same piece sets rerolled, hertz and input display. Players turned on. And these are going to be best of 5. So the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. If you do experience tech issues, just keep playing. Don't pause. You do experience things like problems with internet or computer or OBS or your capture or your camera or whatever, just keep playing and I will figure it out. And you know, as many times as I say that, someone always pauses and goes, oh, this isn't going to count, right? Anyway. Okay, so, oh yeah, the winner gets absolutely something. That's a share in a prize pool, which stands right now at $100. Our prize pools are funded 100% by you, the viewers and or fans. So if you do want to keep these players coming back month after month to play in our events, well, supporting the prize pool is a great way to do that. Use that Matcherino command where you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up some links. Click on the one for DAS. You do that, it'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. Top right-hand corner is where you see a button that says login. Click on that. You can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube or Discord account. Once you're in, you can pick an amount and a payment method and contribute. So that is cool. Yeah, you'll see that mustard color button that says contribute on the right side. And that is where to go. So thanks to everybody who's contributed so far. And yeah, so that's how to support the players. To support the channel, that's something you can do, right? You really should. Go to patreon.com/monthlytetris, make an ongoing pledge of support. Keep the channel going just like these people have done. Scott Grayson, Window Can, Attack, Middlesburger, Corporal Shelby Jr., Troy Dave, Member, Potato Cacket, Javante, Jason, and Sonny, and everybody else on this slide. Thank you so very much. And if you don't like Patreon, that's fine. There are other ways to support us. Use the support command in chat. That is, there it is. And there are some other ways. So if you want to make a recurring contribution, you can do that via Streamlabs or PayPal. And there are some one-time ways to contribute as well. And if you're watching on YouTube, you've got some ways to help us out. You can do a super chat where you put an amount of money behind it and you say some things in the chat and it puts a color around it and it's all very exciting. And it really ensures that I see your particular sentence and I'll probably even say it out loud, address it if you have a question about something, you really want an answer, assuming it's appropriate. That's a great way to do that. Okay, you can also use stickers. You can join the channel as a member. Click the join button. You can gift a channel membership, gift multiple channel memberships. Over on Twitch, you got bits, you got subs, you got gift subs, you got Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming sub that you get as an Amazon Prime member. You can apply it to the streamer of your choice on a monthly basis, but it is use it or lose it. Can't save or stack them, so don't lose them. Use them on us every single month without exception. Don't give it to any other person ever. Okay? Good. I got the wrong people up here, so let me just quickly fix that, but you can watch the jank along with me. So let's get rid of number 14. You're out of here. Let's bring up number 17. And then on the right, we're going to get rid of number 30 and bring up number 32. We'll get these cameras all oriented properly, stencils fixed. It's the best part of the stream, really, fixing these cameras and stencils. I'm sure you all love this part, right? Yes. This guy's cozy. How cozy this individual is. Very cozy. You're freezing? I understand. Sorry, it doesn't mean we're not going to watch you. We're definitely going to watch you be freezing. I think it's humorous. I think it's a wonderful... What is on that thing? What is it like? What is on that? What is the design? I don't understand the design. Oh, it's like Rick and Morty. Got it. Richard and Mortimer. I've never watched the show, but I had to dress up as Rick and Morty character for a team costume. I dressed up as Mr. Poopy Butthole. Do I have photos? I have photos. There's one in the Vandy channel. I think if you look up Mr. Poopy Butthole in the Discord, I think that's what comes up. Yeah, I mean, who else would I go? Who else would I go by? The problem is, like, you know, if you look up, if you look up costume or my Vandy or something, you probably can find it there. I don't know exactly how to find it, but oh, nice portable. Look at this portable monitor. I love these portable monitors. AKA the cheating monitor is right there. Good job. I like it. You bumped it. Nice. All right, players, let me just go ahead and get the score and the round properly set, and then we'll go ahead and drop you the seed. 819358, 819358. I don't have a picture for Storm. I got to find a picture for Storm. Yeah, that was me, Mr. Poopy Butthole. All right, players, you do have your Hertz and input display turned on, I'm sure, and you're going to put the seed in, and I'm sure we're getting all kinds of pinners. No pinners? Oh, God. All right, I'll do it. I'll do it. $819358. The biggest problem with that costume is, like, all right, you know, I worked at like a legitimate like tech company kind of thing. It's pretty straight laced. You don't you don't do anything really super inappropriate. There's a lot of different type of people working there, and people asked who I am. I had to say, "Oh, I'm Mr. Poopy Butthole." It's like almost like if your Tetris name were Poopy Old Hag, right? It's almost like that. Oh, whoops, sorry, I hit the wrong button. All right, looks like both players are ready. Are they on seed? They are. Let's get them started. Game number one, Saltedsofa and Storm 9-5. It is 9-5-7, right? 9-5-7. 3-2-1 Tetris. And there it is. The STOOS. Stoos. Well, on the left side, freezing cold, it's Saltedsofa, seed number 17 from Canada. Has a PB of 1.27 million, ranked number 19 in the most recent DAS Premier Poll, a ranking of competitive DAS players. You can find full rankings for DAS and Open competition over at premierpoll.com. Premier with an E at the end. You can use the PP command to bring up the link to the Premier Poll. That's right, PP. Saltedsofa is a two-time CTWC Gold Bracket player. Played in 2020 in the online years. That's the first online year, 2020. It was a double elimination. Defeated Tetris Time in round one, but eventually went out to Miles in the losers bracket. And then Saltedsofa also sort of in the rolling era, the handful of players to make it into the gold bracket as a DAS player in 2025. Went out to Dan V in that one, but did take a game off Dan V, a former Masters champion. And Saltedsofa has also been at CTWC Montreal. I'm hoping there'll be another Montreal one this year. That would be great. I would love to go to it, but we'll see. And has also played a bunch in DAS Masters. And he's made it to the round of 16 one time previous. That was in May of 2025. So if Saltedsofa can get into the round of 16, then that would match his best performance. So looking to do that. 161 for Saltedsofa, 225 for Storm. Storm seed number 30 from the USA, a PB of 1.3 million. That's right, an emulator keyboard DAS 1.3. I think that was the first one, right? So it's kind of weird. You look at that that DAS 1.3 list, very short, maybe 13 or 14 people on it at this point. And you'll have a lot of big names. And all of a sudden there's Storm, who's got like a total of 10 matches in the database, but is also a 1.3 DASer. So all of Storm's previous experience in competitive Tetris in DAS tournaments, played in 2024 when we had the multiple tiers of DAS Masters World Circuit, played in that for a couple of months, ended up playing in DAS Masters proper in October of 2024 and made it into the top 16 at that time. October, Storm made it into, I think it was the round of 16. That was when we did Mega Dasters. Started all the way in round one and defeated Shuichi, Meme, and Miles before succumbing to Bendy, which I think is the round of 16. So that's it. 10 total matches, all DAS for Storm. Looking to make a run here, coming in at seed number 30. 314 for Saltedsofa, 355 for Storm. Storm plays keyboard, yes. You can see Storm tapping. Or not, hopefully not tapping, pressing. Not tap. Better not be tapping. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll find out about it. We will find out. We're going to get to the bottom of it. But yeah, you can see right there. Look at that. Dassing on the keyboard. How is Storm stuck at 0 hertz? Because he hasn't lost DAS yet. So if you start off the game with a fresh game and then you never lose DAS, then you can be stuck at 0 hertz. Now, if he does do a tuck or something like that, then, well, he might be able to regain DAS after the tuck. But, if there's some sort of adjustment, you can still regain DAS. That's the thing. You don't lose DAS just because you do a tuck or something. You can regain it. 483 for Storm entry into 19. 484 for Saltedsofa. So really just a couple hundred points apart, actually. 300 points. $530 for Salted, 500 for Storm. Now level 19, of course, 50% faster than level 18. And this is basically the terminal velocity, at least as far as what can be played. Once we hit level 29, speed is going to double and more or less unplayable for a DAS player. And it will kill nearly every other game. Occasionally people venture into level 30 and beyond, but can't count on that. 595 Sofa, 560 for Storm. Chen is on a 15 stream streak. You're gonna have to wake up very early in the morning. I have some 3 a.m. I have a 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m. stream. Oh no, Saltedsofa in trouble. That's gonna be a top out for Saltedsofa. 601 is the target for Storm. For 60, 602, 601 would probably do it. And yeah, he's already got it. So Storm, you are good in game number 1. Storm, we need you to tap so that people will not think that you're cheating. Now that the game's over, you need to tap. There you go. See if people think 0 hertz is impossible, right? So we need to get one good tap in there. All right, let's go ahead and get these players some new pieces. BF9348. Nobody can have that good a DAS control, right? BF9348. And pinners, no pinners. Is this thing on? Hello? Not a lot of mods today. You're going to play a DAS game with the same piece set? Sounds good. Okay. Bum-ba-da-bum. BF9348. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Tetris Storm, 72,000, 70,000 for Saltedsofa. I don't know what a Saltedsofa is, but it makes me think of like somebody's been like really sweating on your couch for a while and kind of leaves. You know, if you got a hat, you sweat in your hat, you get like salt. That's what it makes me think of. Like just a bunch of a salty sofa. 141 for Saltedsofa, 143 for Storm. Speaking of which, I gotta clean my hats. I did something unheard of. I bought a used hat on eBay. So I have to wash that hat, so I may as well just wash all my other hats. I'm trying not to think about wearing a hat that someone else has worn, but I'll wash it. It'll be fine. I keep telling myself, oh my goodness, sofa in trouble. That is a top out Saltedsofa 151. Just couldn't get it together on 18. And Storm is good in game number 2. Yeah, Sofa, I don't know. Are you playing on Norg? You might want to just do Norg, just get a lot of matches under your belt on Nesters.org. Even against robots. I think it's helped me a little bit. Like, I'm very bad, but I feel like it's helped my comp a little bit just to, calm down. And then, of course, Vandy Challenge, of course. I recommend Vandy Challenge to everyone. Everyone has to do the Vandy Challenge all the time. I'm somebody who gets the yips, like, really bad. Like, I choke under pressure, so I got to do what I can to try to not do that. All right, looks like both players are ready. It's game 3, 4937. He said yes. Game 3. Storm up 2 games to none. Salted needs to win to stay in. 3-2-1. Tetris. All right, there we go. Kind of a overshift for Storm. By the way, Saltedsofa has some really good YouTube content on the DAS playstyle, like how-tos and tutorials, and recommended. Go search Saltedsofa on YouTube. It's a very good presenter. Yeah, there you go. The quick tap tutorial, goated. Definitely got to watch that. I still can't do it, but that's because of me, not because of the tutorial. Because I'm dumb. But clearly, anybody that has any kind of ability whatsoever would be able to do it after watching that, or at least have a path to learn it. $139 for Saltedsofa, $163 for Storm. And what is Storm gonna do here? Really set up for a dirty and gets it. 192 Storm, 145 Saltedsofa. Hana with the sub on Twitch. Thank you, Hana. Appreciate that. Oh, nice. I was just looking over at Saltedsofa's YouTube, and the most popular video on that is 3 Tetrises in a row on level 18. That means being stacked for 3 Tetrises, 12 high, and then actually getting 3 long bars in a row. That's like the dream. That's the DAS dream. So you should definitely watch that if you just want to see what it would be like to live the DAS dream. Sushiman says, I used Saltedsofa's quick tap tutorial when first learning DAS. It was really helpful seeing it in action. 248 for Storm, 264 for Saltedsofa. $290 for Sofa. There's a Tetris, $313. There's one Storm, $318. One line apart, 5,000 points apart. Okay, yeah, not sure what happened there. All right. But there you go. If you want to see someone piled up, stacked for 3 Tetrises, and then getting the actual 3 bars in a row to get it. There's the link. It seems so simple, and it's like, my God, why does that never happen? 381 for Sofa, 386 for Storm. It's so satisfying, as people used to say on the internet. Is that still a thing on the internet? Satisfying, like videos that are satisfying. Oh yeah, I accidentally put 30 instead of 32. So that's my error. It's a graphical error. $451 for Storm, $466 for Salted. Of course, that graphical error caused me to make a verbal error and actually say it out loud when I was introing the players, but it's how it goes sometimes. Guys, I was wrong on the internet. Do your worst. Storm gonna miss the line spin, and there you go, guys. You see right there, 8.19 hertz. See, it works. It works. Dan V with the tough edit. He doesn't have to edit it. It's fine. So there you go. Proof, guys. Proof. 552 for Sofa, 518 for Storm. Crazy how nobody's gotten 4 Tetrises in 4 pieces, at least on video. I mean... Well, when you say at least on video, is someone claiming that they got it? Tetris Storm, 611. What about on level 0? Just stay on like level 0 continuously. Because you can do, they have like a marathon mode, or maybe it's at least a ROM hack anyway. You can stay in level 0 indefinitely and just stay stacked 16 high and farm this moment. Or even just do it on 18. $686 for Sofa, $708 for Storm. So Storm now in the lead. Marathon mode is only available in Gym version 6. All right, well, got to get yourself Gym version 6. Get your flash cartridge. You can always have the latest Gym mode. Oh, no, kind of an early shift here for Saltedsofa. As we get to Tetris, it's going to help him bring that back down. He's at 773. He's got 2 more Tetrises available. He has to not burn too much, so he's got to stack from here. And he's kind of doing it. There's one, 809, but now he's going to have to get 2 more. There's another, 845. Can he stay alive here on 29? And the answer is no. And Storm is going to get another one just to seal it anyway. But Salted did what he had to do. He got 2 right at the very end. Not much more you could do about that. So Salted played very, very well, but it is going to be Storm coming out of seed number 32 and taking this one 3 games to nothing. Didn't seem like a sweep to me, but we'll go in the books as a 3-0. So GG Sofa and Storm. Storm, stick around. You will be playing against whoever the next person is. Cobra, right? Cobra. It was tough seeds, I cannot lie. All right, I'm going to run an ad real quick, and then we'll get our next thing set up. I'm running a 2-minute ad because it's going to take me that much to get this set up, right? So I may as well. I think we had some prize pool contributions, right? Man, Match Reno's so weird. So yeah, contribution from DJ Mr. Burrow. 678 was the contribution. Mr. Burrow said, best regards, Vandy. Mr. Poopy Butthole cosplay stream when? Yeah, never, buddy. Never. There's a Game Genie code for Marathon. All right. Mr. Cobra. All right, Cobra is not online. Cobra's probably playing in CTL, right? Is that what it is? Maybe he's at a tropical smoothie cafe. Who was that was stuck at a tropical smoothie cafe? There's somebody who was late because they were stuck in line at a tropical smoothie cafe. So just waiting on Cobra. I think Cobra like books stuff back to back on purpose, and it's always like CTM after. And it's always like, oh, I didn't know. It went long. Okay, well, we are waiting. There's that. What are we? Orange box. What is this called? I forget who that was. Oh, that's Damon. Right 32. All right, I'm updating Storm's placard right now. Here it is. If I ever get into competition, I will make sure to always schedule my matches for right after I'm supposed to go to a tropical smoothie cafe. Thank you, Madels Burger. Appreciate that. So yeah, any word on Cobra? It's always something with this Cobra. Is Cobra online? Saltedsofa has a quick tap tutorial. So if you just look up Saltedsofa's YouTube channel, just Saltedsofa Tetris, and it's a quick tap tutorial. You might have other stuff on there, but that's what I remember. Cobra. Let's find activity from Cobra. Let's bring up their accounts. See if they're online. Cobra's offline. Cobra. It is time to play Tetris. And it is Cobra, right? Yeah, I mean, there's Cobra. 10 events, it says winner versus Cobra. Okay. I was wanting to understand DAS, losing DAS while charging. Oh, yeah. So what I would... These are like really old. But this is pretty good. If you go to classic NES Tetris tricks, this is like that old book you could buy on Amazon. I think you still can. But the video's about like it, you know, obviously these are made like well before there was online Tetris scenes, so Alex Kerr, I think, was a technical consultant on it, but it was written by some other person. But yeah, watch those like in order. Video 1, video 2, video 3, 4, 5. Cobra says, I'm not going to be there for another 10 minutes. Cobra. So we have 10 minutes. Storm, are you able to stick around for 10 minutes? It was a sweep. So presumably, if it weren't a sweep, we'd still be playing. So presumably, Storm can stick around. Storm playing like any DAS right now. Okay. All right, well, I guess I'm going to be Cobra. I guess I'll do some... So I guess I'll just bring up... All right, Cobra is at a Mexican restaurant. That is the update. Cobra is at a Mexican restaurant, everybody. No, my webcam is not plugged in. Because if my webcam is plugged in, I can't play on Nestris.org. Real facts. And if you're interested, Cobra had fajitas. All right. I'm playing, guys. I'm playing in NES Tetris. Oh, yeah. Tugi has a really good video on DAS as well. All right. We're going to wait for Cobra. And in the meantime, I'm going to do some serious max out attempts. Here we go. RSPC everything. Thank you for the Prime subscription. Appreciate that. We're just waiting on our good friend Cobra to get done with the fajitas. He's at a Mexican restaurant. How about a long bar this century? That would be great. I don't think this is going to be the max out game, but we'll try. There we go, finally. La-da-da-da-dee. I guess my... Oh, no, no. No. My Hertz and input display are not turned on, so I guess I can't win this match against Storm. Am I playing against Storm right now? I didn't even know this. Bro, you topped out. Wait, I can win. I didn't even know I was playing against... Oh, shoot. I didn't even know I was playing against Storm. But I'm going to win. Oh, look at this. Did you lose? I think you lost. Where's Cobra? Cobra is at a Mexican restaurant. Nice. Itch. You lost math. It's over. Oh God, you lost math? Don't lose math. All right, so we're just waiting on Cobra. Hopefully it'll just be a couple more minutes. I think Cobra was under the impression that this was going to be a best of 5. So we're like, oh, we've got time to go to a fajita restaurant. But you didn't. I mean, I guess you did because we ended up waiting. So I guess, you know, I guess you did have time. All right, here we go. Low transition. Oh, if we even get there. If we even get there. All right, here we go. Ready? Yikes. I still need to practice, and I like keyboard with no input delay on console. It'll be quite hard to transition. Yeah, but you should join console, gang. Just join just console. All right? It's fine. All right, well, let's see if Cobra's here yet. No, Cobra not here. Are you... All right, I've asked Cobra for an update. You don't think your room has space for a CRT and all of that? Oh, true. All right, well, I mean, you got, listen, you got a 1.3 on a laptop. Not so bad. All right, I've asked Cobra for an update. So we'll see what the update is. If they're having dessert, I'm gonna lose it. It's like, oh well, we just wanted to get dessert. I mean, you know, it would be hard to. You know, I like tres leches, okay? It's a great dessert. It would be hard to blame them, but I would. Yikes. Come on. This is RNG. Look at this. Look at this. What is happening? Come on. All right. I'm going to do a Vandy challenge. All right, here comes the Vandy challenge. We're going to do a Vandy challenge. We did one today. We completed it. Oh. Oh, whoops. Yikes. Come on, Cobra. Cobra's still not in chat. Okay. Oh no. Vandy versus Start 19 start best of 5 easy. Yeah. All right, Cobra's setting up now. It gives me time for one more Vandy challenge. He's setting up now. All right, one more. And then I got to get some sleep. Like immediately after this, I'm going to sleep. And then I'm just going to wake up at 3 a.m. and stay up. Nice. This is my favorite. This is right now is my favorite song. Like on the soundtrack, not in life, but. Oh shoot, overshift. Come on. This is kind of possible. I mean, not by me. Oh well. Yikes. All right. Well, let's try to get Cobra in here. And get me out of here. Get me out of here. All right. Cobra is here. Cobra, you better be on stencil. Or it's over, buddy. Over. You made it. Hey, rate those fajitas. Out of 10. Fajitas out of 10. Cobra, play a test game. I want to make sure you're on stencil. Yep, no, I gotta fix stencil. It's probably not you. It's probably not you. It's probably not you. It's fine. No, it's you. It's definitely you. Bro. Bro. Yeah, bro's way off. Way off. All right, this will do. All right, now you're okay. All right, Hertz and input display. Hertz and input. All right, he rates him a 6.7. All right. All right, seeds coming. 9236C9 stencil drift. True. It is. It does happen. There's no question that happens. All right, let's see. 9236C9. Both players are on seed. Both players are ready. It's round 2. Round check. Vandy lost. Let's get these players started. In 3, 2, 1. Tetris. We had a $10 contribution from serial number who says, "Love when Vandy plays for an MIA player." I'm telling you that it's going to become part of the tournament. Where if you're late, I just play for you. That is going to be part of it. And look, you might get lucky. I might win. But probably not. Anyway, left side of your screen, it's Cobra, seed number 16 from the United States of America. Cobra is a two-time CTWC gold bracket player, was top 8 in 2025, went out to Blue Scooty. He's a former Challenger Circuit winner and notably the winner of the last Challengers Circuit that we ran. Could be the last one forever. Don't know. Could come back. It's also the winner of the Boston Tea Party, the second iteration of it in 2025. You've also seen him at the Space City Regional, Lone Star Championship in 2024, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and other places. Also played in all three of our Stupid Tetris monthly events in the reboot. No bars, next box, and no rotation. Best showing was in no bars. Three-time Mega Masters player as well, had his best finish this year, top 16. And this is really only his third appearance in our DAS series. Played in DAS Masters, the monthly, in February of 2025. Played in Mega Dasters and is now back again. So here he is, Cobra, 156 for him. And on the right side, Storm, seed number 32, took out Saltedsofa in round 1. To get here to round 2, has the keyboard DAS world record, has a 1.3. I think the only 1.3 played on emulator with a keyboard for DAS. He's got 10 overall matches in the match database. He's made it to a round of 16 before in DAS Masters. That was in November of 2024. And also made it into the round of 16 in Mega Dasters this year, defeating Shuichi, Meme, Miles for going out to Bendy. Don't worry about it, Jungle. Life happens. People are playing online. They're not planning their entire lives around it. So, I get it. Life happens to everybody. So, give him a little grace once in a while. It's fine. Storm is in trouble. And yeah, that is going to be a top out for Storm. 142. So, Cobra going to take game number 1. I mean, it may come to that. We might do it. I don't know if I could do it in Masters, but I'd be willing to do it in Stupid Monthly and maybe DAS Masters. That's it, Cobra. Yeah, you're cooked. You're up against a 1.3 player. I mean, he only did it once, so. Oh, you got a 1.2 a few days ago? Oh, I didn't even know about it. 6317. Yeah, congrats. Cobra got a 1.2 just a few days ago. All right, game number 2. Cobra and Storm, 3-2-1 Tetris. It wouldn't be the worst rule in the world if, like, you were late or a no-show to have, like, a replacement level player play on your behalf. You would just hate if you were the person who showed up on time to lose the match against me. Like that, you would quit Tetris. Tetris Storm, 76,000, 39,000 for Cobra. But I mean, we could put that into the rules. All right, Cobra set up now. Long bar in. Tetris, 89,000 Cobra, 145 for Storm. What is RKNR? So there is a ranking of Tetris players that is done on a, well, depending on the play style, on a monthly or quarterly basis. It's quarterly for DAS because there's not as much competition. And it's done by means of a poll. And you can find the full rankings for that poll over at premierpoll.com. And RK just means they are unranked in this category. Now, Cobra is a ranked player, actually the number 7th ranked player in open competition, but he is unranked in DAS. A 242 Cobra, 284 for Storm. I'll put the link in YouTube. There it is. You can find the full rankings over there. And it's voted on by Tetris broadcasters and analysts and organizers. People who really know Tetris. No, there really should be there should be a players poll. But Pumpy's already putting so much work into it. But I think there should be a players poll. Like, that would be very cool. Whoa, Cobra there. Holy moly. 343 Cobra. Tetris Storm 453. There's one Cobra, 367. One line apart. About, 90, 86,000 points, I guess. Difference. It's kind of weird. 20 people rated the open the open rankings for January, but it looks like only 9 people filled in a ballot for DAS. What the heck? 473 Cobra, 534 Storm. I guess it's always been fewer people DAS. I wonder why. 501 Cobra, 587 for Storm. Tetris Cobra, 561. Tetris Cobra, 622. 63,000 points back. Oh no, Cobra gonna top out, and Storm gonna take game number 2. Jungle Cook wanted the perfect clear Tetris for Storm off those 2 burns. I did too. I remember that, and I wanted that too. I thought that would have been cool. All right, new pieces, players. Arvid Varg says, how do you make sure they do DAS? Is slow tapping, which accidentally turns into hyper tapping, allowed? In the middle of the board, like 2 and 3 taps, we don't really police it too much, because even back in the old days, like DAS players would kind of like try to spam some taps in the middle of the board to fix things. But definitely 4 and 5 taps to the extremes of the board, we're going to police those. And yeah, but the middle of the board, we don't really police. And an occasional slow tap, I mean, across the board does happen. And, you know, we might say, hey, player, knock it off. And then after that, we might DQ them. But we have the Hertz and input display on there. Let's go ahead and get these players started. Game number 3. But yeah, we do have the Hertz display, which tells us if they are tapping and how fast. And then if it's kind of unclear exactly what happened, we do have the inputs that are showing. So those are their controller inputs. You can see the left and right buttons, and then the red B and A buttons as well. B and A doesn't really necessarily tell you much, but I guess it could be useful if you're trying to piece together a story of what happened. So yeah, that's why we do make them stream with those things turned on. But for the most part, I think the players who are playing this, they value the fact that there's a DAS tournament that they can play in. And if it became if like players are really trying to get away with every little thing they could, I wouldn't want to spend all my time refereeing the thing, and I would end it. So I think players do appreciate that there is such a tournament, and, you know, want to play within the spirit of the rules because they're there for the challenge. And plus, it would be apparent they're just, you know, people have a reputation, okay? They want to be able to go to they want to be able to go to these live events and that whole thing. And if they got a reputation as someone who's trying to bend the rules, nobody would talk to them. I mean, some people would talk to them, but not the good people. The good people would not talk to them. $158 for Cobra, $182 for Storm. So really, this is just a shame-based tournament. $165 for Cobra, $231 for Storm. So right now, these paces would put, Cobra at maybe a sub or right around a 400,000, 19 transition. Storm just below a 500K. So they're going to try to pick up the pace a little bit if they can, but sometimes there's only so much you can do given the pieces you get. Tetris, Cobra, 258, 257 Storm, and a Tetris. Tetris, Cobra, 303, Storm in a dig. And you kind of forget because of, rolling and everything, you get people playing high on the board. And you kind of forget with Das just how not high you can play. You really do not want to be involved in any high digs. It is very difficult to manage that. Tetris Storm 321. So both, that sequence, very difficult. It seems like, oh, it's so low. But that's just because you've been spoiled by rollers. Overshift of the T for Storm. And right back into the dig. This is allowing Cobra get back out into lead. Storm is going to go for the dirty center well Tetris. Going to hold out a little bit as long as it's safe, but says, you know what? I think it's time. Bring it down. It's okay. Gets a Tetris at the bottom anyway. 358 Storm. 425 Cobra. Little S flat on that right side. Keep it to one burn. Tetris Cobra. 448. There is more Tetris coming up. I don't know. Do I want to say later, earlier? It's at 3 a.m. Texas time. There'll be 3 matches in Stupid Tetris Monthly and Das Masters. Starting at 3 a.m. Texas time. That's 9 a.m. UTC. I'll be doing them. And then Saturday night here in the U.S., 498 here for Cobra into 19. 50,000 point lead over Storm. Saturday night, you're going to get a break from Vandy. You're going to get 2 other people streaming these Masters matches. It's going to be Chiller, our old friend. Retired, retired from the Tetris community, gone. But, back streaming. That's going to be a blue bracket in Masters. Curie, Dan V, and Fortis Sim, a.k.a. Silly Shark. Tetris Cobra, column 9. Storm trying to stay alive. Let's bring this down. Oh, no, they got that diving board long bar. It's going to take some doing here for Cobra. And now he's got that channel there. Oh, missed kind of the Vits. Not sure if he's going for the Vits there, but or not. Whatever. Seems like kind of survivable a little bit. Cobra still with about almost a 50,000 point lead. Storm set up down the middle. So anyway, yeah, Curie, Danvy, Silly Shark will be tomorrow night. That's going to be chiller. Then you'll have two matches by Tyler, Jati and Crab Rangoon, and then after that, Somalian versus Allenbot. Cobra's board is a mess. And Storm is set up down the middle. And this is the perils of the center well. And Storm might not survive. And is not going to survive this. So Cobra going to hang on and take game number 3. So there are the perils of the center well. What's that? Travanasty? All right, I'm going to run an ad real quick. 1 minute ad. 1 minute. Alrighty, Root. It is time. Storm is making me want to crack my knuckles. So I just cracked my knuckles. All right, both players ready. Game number 4. Storm looking to tie it up. Otherwise, it's going to be Cobra moving on. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So yeah, just different right off the bat. $11 pushdown points for Cobra. A skimming a Tetris for Cobra 101, 97,000 for Storm. Storm 169, Cobra 151. 2 lines apart. It's close. 5,000 point lead. All right, 225 Cobra open, skimming, Tetrising. 250 Storms aboard. There's gaps in multiple rows and columns, which is going to allow Cobra to continue adding to the lead. All right, Storm. Oh my goodness, Storm. That's going to be a top out at 258. And Cobra is good and takes game number 4 to take this match 3 games to 1. Cobra, you are good, and you will move on to a match against, I don't know. Don't worry too much about that. Just be happy you won. Don't think about who you have to play next. Just be happy that you won. Storm, you played great. You gained some fans, as you always do. So, GG's to you. Hope to see you again in future months. Cobra, congratulations to you. Let's take a look at our bracket now. The bracket is right here. Well, that's one of them. I'll take it the round of 16 bracket. That's the one. So Cobra is in. Eliash is in. Kana is in. Vance is in. Still waiting on 4 more. That is where we're at. I want to thank those of you who supported the stream. New follower Davis. Davis, you were not following us before? Why were you not? Why weren't you following us? That's weird. Did you unfollow? I must have said something bad about the weather. Twitch, resub, Hana, and RSPC everything. Thank you very much for those. Also had contributions to the prize pool to get us to 116.78, including Mr. Burrow and serial number. Thanks to our patrons, patreon.com/monthly Tetris, Scott Rage in the window, Kanan Tacky, Madelsberger, Corporal Shelby, Junior, Troy, Dan, Kim, M, Rogue Potato, Cat Kid, Javanti, Jason, Sunny. Thank you for your support, along with everybody else. And that's going to do it for me for now. So let's see. 4 hours would be 11:30, 4.5 plus 3. So in 7.5 hours, we're going to be doing stupid Tetris Monthly Round 2 Blue. This is not the right thing. Oh, well, look at this. Yeah, it's going to be Nidrarora, a.k.a. Esther. That's Zoltan's better half against Zach. So we'll have that. That's a Hungary versus Australia match, so we must involve an American, myself. Then we're going to have 2 DAS Masters matches. Heps versus Poopy, round 1. No, 7, I think 7 hours, 7.5 hours. 7. 6, 7. And then there'll be a teal bracket match, which is Rorschach versus JDH, round 1. So that is going to do it for me. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Appreciate y'all. We will see you, some of you, probably none of you, at 3 in the morning here in Texas time. Yeah, I might be sleeping then too, Mr. Brain. Anyway, thanks, everybody. Thanks, YouTube. Have a great night. Take care. See ya. Bye-bye. And Twitch, we'll go find something for you to watch on the Twitch. Oh, Friday Night Fights is happening. Mari's doing an STM qual. You do not appear to be doing a qual.
And then you like instantly.
We'll go to our good friend Colin over at Friday Night Fights. They're going to send the winner to North Korea. Did you know that? All right, I used that joke already. All right. Take care, everybody.